Today I'm gonna let chat be in charge of the EDH ban list. Alright, we got Palpatine out, and yes, today we're going to ask the community, do we unban Ancestral Recall? We're gonna start off with Ancestral Recall. 1 blue, instant, target player draws 3 cards. I think one of the OG reasons they banned this card is because it was so expensive. But I find that that argument doesn't stand the test of time, because now there's things like Time Twister, which are like $10,000. So there's like tons of super expensive staples in Commander. And frankly, I mean, if you proxy, no big deal. And if you don't proxy, no one's gonna even have this card in their pool anyway. So I don't see what the big deal about Ancestral Recall is. And sure, maybe in some Storm-like unfair decks, this might be like just a little bit more broken, but there's like a lot of Ancestral Recalls in the format. I mean, Brainstorm is basically Ancestral Recall as it is in like competitive Vintage and Legacy. Not to mention, you know, we got Treasure Cruise. I find Ancestral is just a bizarre card to have banned. I don't think it's nearly as broken in Commander as it is on the one-on-one formats. Moonring Island for 1 versus 1 Sensei top players. Okay, so what the whole point of the show is we're gonna go one by one through the cards, and you're gonna decide if it still deserves to be banned or unbanned. And it looks like Ancestral Recall, you are unbanned. Be free, Ancestral Recall. I don't know if you've got maybe we should have some alternate ban list, the Nikachu MTG ban list, as was prophesized or agreed upon by the coffee crew. All right, what next do we have on this ban list? We have Balance. Ooh, that's an ugly one. A lot of people have felt the wrath of Balance. Unban Balance. That's gonna be a tough one to swallow. Some of the purists out there that says unban all, they might even think twice about this one. Because it's basically, you know, a lot of people don't even like Armageddon, them losing all their lands. Well, this is like lose all your lands, potentially lose all your creatures, potentially just lose everything. Balance, a blue 1 generic sorcery. Each player chooses a number of lands he or she controls equal to the number of lands controlled by the player who controls the fewest, which might be you. Then sacrifices the rest. Players discard cards and sack creatures the same way. So the whole idea is like, just don't have lands, don't have creatures, maybe you don't even have cards in your hand. Would work really well with planeswalkers, and your opponent has just lost everything. FNM, you only play 2 games all night? Well, I mean, it's possible. If you're playing CEDH, I think you can get in a few more games than that. I've watched some of those CEDH channels. They've basically done in 10 minutes. I mean, that's the benefit to CEDH. You can play a lot of games in one night, even if the games end on like turn 3 or 4. Land destruction should be the next pre-con theme. Abzo's from some play group that is bizarre. Balder's also a huge fan. Oh, a huge fan of all really powerful white and black cards. All right, apparently we say yes to, wow, I can't believe it. And that's actually a landslide. There was more there was more support for unbanning Balance than there was for unbanning Ancestral Recall. That's wild. All right, next one, Biorhythm. What the hell is this? Oh, it's that weird card. What is this thing do? It's a green... It's a green 6 generic. Okay, this is your job. You just say what the card is as I ask the poll.
Each player's life total becomes the number of creatures they control. Biorhythm.
There we go. Question mark. Becomes the number of creatures. Oh, I see. So, like, if you ramp this out really quickly, somehow, basically everyone is very close to dead. But that is so weird. Why would that even matter? Toe's like, not in my group are we gonna let that, what's it called? Balance come into existence. Yeah, I agree. This is a very weak card. Very, very weak. Very crap card. I don't even know why this would matter. I think even in most Commander games that you would cast this, there would be a lot of creatures on the battlefield. No, each player's life total becomes the number of creature here or they control.
It's modern legal.
Yeah, it's modern legal. Yeah, and it sees no play. In fact, if I went up to a random Modern player and asked them what Biorhythm did, they'd be like, what is this card?
Mono Green Tron
I've
could play this.
I've no idea. Yeah, Mono Green Tron could play that. Each player's life. Imagine a Tron player unleashing Biorhythm on an opponent, an unsuspecting opponent. All right, you guys agree we should unban the Biorhythm. All right, Biorhythm is unbanned. Next up, we've got Black Lotus. Okay, let's see how many trolls there are here. This is the troll test. Basically, if this passes, we know that this whole ban list is up in complete contention. It has no validity whatsoever. Look at the trolls here. They're just like, we should just unban I don't know. Maybe people want Black Lotus unbanned in Commander. I mean, there's a lot of Black Lotus-esque cards already. Like the Jeweled Lotus, for example. They have Black Lotus at home. Everyone deserves fast mana. Yeah, everyone. Including the multicolor commanders. Alex is like, unban Braids and Grizzlebrand, they did nothing wrong. And as you people tell me, Grizzlebrand isn't even a good commander. It's just better in the set. It's better in the 99 than in the 1. And make it the new Soul. It would be the new Soul Ring. Soul Ring is like the best card in Commander because, you know, it probably is Power 9. Like, what is better, Time Twister or Soul? I think Soul Ring is better. I think they misunderstood Time Twister at the time. Just given like how commonly played Soul Ring is, we should have reevaluate the Power 9 ban list. If you're willing to play the actual Black Lotus, I'm all for it. I don't want to see proxies of that nonsense. Oh, Dick, you're one of those gatekeepers. The proxy gatekeepers, they're out there. They look like Dick. All right, no, okay, so you guys are not completely insane. Black Lotus, you stay banned. Next up, Braids. Oh, that one. Braids Cabal Minion.
Yeah.
What do you mean, that's Braids. And that was my avatar for a very long time. But the blue Braids before she went bad. Unban Braids.
At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices an artifact for each one.
Yeah, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacks an artifact, a creature, or a land. Has got to be every upkeep.
It's a permanent box.
Yeah, you could look at it like that. You really could look at it like that. Ban Ghost Quarters. If we have enough time, we'll go over some cards maybe we should ban, but right now we're on the unban train. Braids should be played. Oh, so you guys want to bring back ban as commander. So Braids should be allowed in the 99, but not as the commander. Yeah, Braids is fair. It doesn't lock the game up before turn 2. They really need to bring back Banned as commander, but okay in the 99. You know, some people say, oh, it's too confusing, this and that. Do you have any idea how confusing Magic the Gathering is? It's literally a game that makes new rules every set. Every set, there are new rules pushed into this game, new mechanics that interact in unique ways with old mechanics. I don't think there's anything too complicated about having like 2 ban lists. After all, we have like a billion different formats, and you know, people get it after a while. It's a lose and learn situation. I've seen people bring True Name Nemesis to a Modern night, and they just gotta learn. You know what? Just because that's the Modern frame doesn't mean it's legal. Wow, you people want to unban Braids. All right, Braids is unbanned. Next up, we've got Chaos Orb. That's a bit of a weird one to bring to prominence.
When you tear it up, all the other ones become more expensive.
I don't know if you should be allowed to do that. Oh, whoops. Unban Chaos Orb. Oh, I think you guys know what I mean here. All right. I mean, legally, I think you should not be allowed to tear it up. You know, whatever it lands on, it lands on. But once it's on the stack, you cannot move your permanents anymore. That's how I would play it. Once it's on the stack, that's it. Or I guess it's hard. I guess once it comes into existence, you can't change where your stuff goes. So Stormwing is like, no dexterity cards. We don't even, what's wrong with dexterity cards? The bigger playmat means bigger strategy. You should be allowed to cut up a basic land to use in place of tearing a Chaos Orb. No proxies! In that case, that's not allowed. You tear up your card, that's a one-shot deal. I own one, and I love using it. Do people let you play with that card? In Cube, I played in a Cube, and it was just basically destroy target permanent. That's how they played it. I don't know how it works in, like, old school. Do they make you flip that damn thing? What is it specifically? It has to be a height of at least 1 foot. Does everyone have a ruler out for when they play with Chaos Orb? 1 foot? Or do they put someone's foot on the table to gauge it? All right, you guys say no. Chaos Orb, no one likes dexterity cards. It was a bad idea. It was one of the oldest mechanics. Coalition victory. If you got something, I think of if you win the game if you control a land of each basic land type and a creature of each color. But the biggest deal is that it's Wooburg, so. Oops, coalition victory. It's Wooburg, so you can play in a Wooburg-like deck. How you guys feel about coalition victory? It wins the game on the spot, but in some ways it's hard to pull off, but in other ways it's not. Like, all you need is one Wooburg commander to be on the battlefield, and it's like GG. On the other hand, the lands might be like, it's not too hard. Triome, Shockland, that's it. That's all you really need. But it's still like 7 mana. No, it's 8 mana. Really, 8 mana? That's not that. You win the game. Oh yeah, it's not at the upkeep or anything. You just instantly win the game. It's over. Yeah, unban it, yes. This looks fun to play. What's so fun about winning the game on the spot? Fred is like, why the hell is this banned? It's useless. Honestly, it seems like easy to counter with removal. Like, I mean, you gotta blow up the creature perpetually. 2 Triomes and the Sliver Queen win game. There, King Ginger's got the right idea. Spot removal fizzles it. You control a bit and a color and a creature of each color. Well, if they have enough creatures on the battlefield, that's not the case. So if they've got, like, I don't know, a Selesnya creature and a Teamer creature, and then maybe if they've got, you know, they have a variety of different Wooburg-like creatures on the battlefield, might be not so easy to interact with. But you can play this with the mascot exhibition and win on the spot. Sure. All right, you guys say unban it. All right, coalition victory is getting unbanned. We're cleaning up the ban list, apparently. A lot of these are close, though. You know, there's a lot of, like, it's 60%ers to unban the thing. Channel. That's a wild card. This is the channel. Now, as a lot of people tell me, they want to keep it banned because it would, like, just ramp out a bunch of Eldrazi. It's green, sorcery. Until end of turn, anytime you could activate a mana ability, you can pay 1 life. If you do, add colorless to your mana pool. So it's just easy, gain 10 mana by turn, even turn 1, and then, I don't know, put an Ulamog out there. You can't put Emrakul. Emrakul's banned at the moment. We'll get to Emrakul soon. Just for now, it's a goner. Keep the green card banned. This was the original broken green card, before green was broken, before green was pathetic. This was their first good card, and it got banned instant. Oh no, did it get banned? Maybe everything else got banned. I can't remember what they did with Channel back then. Christopher B, with the likes of Black Lotus, you're still free to proxy for the actual deck for as long as you have the real thing in a titanium-clad sleeve on the side to show, right? Or maybe a picture of it from your safety deposit box. I don't know. There's a picture of my Black Lotus and my, I don't know what else. I don't know. I think some of the proxy world is, like, weird. Personally, for me, like, I just want to play the game. So, and if I want to play at a high power level, then just, I don't care if you own it or not, just proxy the damn thing. I mean, that's how the legacy crowd looks. These days, if you want a legacy tournament to fire, I mean, you gotta let proxies run free. Otherwise, you don't get to play at all. All right, you guys say channel should be stay banned. We're not unbanning that card. Nope, no way as hell. I'd say Fast Bond should be unbanned and Channel should remain banned. Is Fast Bond on the list? We'll get to that eventually. Speaking of Emrakul. Speaking of Emrakul, the Ion's Torn.
Unbanned.
This is your favorite card.
And, well, Spreading Seas is my favorite card.
Oh, really?
This is a close second.
Because it, what's your favorite thing about this card? Outside of the fact that it's a 15, 15, 15.
Well, I just like to imagine that it was 0 mana.
Oh, I see. If it was, yeah, if it was 0 mana, it would be just absolute chaos.
That would be hilarious.
Can't be countered. If you cast the card, not many people do, but it can be done. You take an extra turn after that one. You attack with it, annihilate your opponent for 6. They have to sack 6 permanents. Oh, by the way, it does have flying, which is weird. Giant flying. You know, it's like, I never really looked at it like this, but it's sort of like Independence Day, those spacecrafts, but a bunch of noodles hanging out from the center. That's the way I'm interpreting it. And also, if it hits the graveyard, you shuffle everything into your library. So, screw you, Mildex! Summer's like, yes, unban the Emmy. Unban Emmy, it's freaking 15 mana. Feel like a troll spamming. No to these. Tommy likes the ban list as it is. No shaking up the ban list. If you have 15 mana, you deserve to play Emrakul. But don't people, like, cheat this in play? Actually, that's a good question. How do you cheat this in play? Like, show and tell?
Or Underworld Breach.
Show and tell would just, like, backfire on you, because other people would play their Emrakuls or something else. Yeah, no haste, so Shieldred's Edict, go. So, Penn's fan says, Emmy is fine, only marginally better than the other top ends. Alright, Emmy is unbanned! That's canon now. It's the Coffee Crew ban list. Next one is Areo. Oh, I love this card! Why can't we have Areo? I love Areo! It's the creature that counters your first spell every single turn. Yeah, that's right. You can't see it, but my brother's trying to turn his head upside down, which is the case with cards like this. Okay, so it's a blue 1 generic flyer. When the 4th spell of a turn is played, flip Areo. And then it turns into Areo's Essence. This is the real reason why it's banned. Counter the first spell played by each opponent each turn. So it's like a super Kira in some way, but for all your spell, for every single first spell you play every turn, it's gone. So you better have to, like, I don't know, waste your first card on Mox Diamond, just let it get countered, and then play something real after that. I love this card, because I'm a blue player. I love counter spells. Oh, yes. Probably one of the most frustrating cards. Yeah, annoying as F. No, that's so annoying. See, you guys don't think it's powerful. You just think it's annoying as hell. Areo is easy unban. Generic is like, nope, not on my watch. Hunter says it's fine. Definite. Yeah, it's basically, well, it's worse than, oh, Deafening Silence is a combo. That's right. Or any sort of rule of law effect. You lock out your opponent. I forgot about that. That's probably very, very, very broken in that case.
Why don't people play this in Modern?
How would this work with... Why don't they play with... Because it's so hard to pull off. And then it can still get blown up. Just play random spell counter, prismatic ending. Because you have to... So the first half, you have to rattle off a bunch of spells in one turn. So whenever the 4th spell of a turn is played, flip Areo. I mean, it could also be help from your opponent, but in general... Well, anyway, it's hard to play 4 spells in one turn, but not so difficult in Commander.
So it has to flip every turn?
No, just once. You have to play 4 spells. That's hard. All right. Areo's still gone. It's not coming back. You hear that? And for that, I say, damn it! Damn it, my Coffee Crew. Falling Star. Is that a dexterity card? Do we have a better... Oh, whatever. Oracle... It's another one of those, hold it above 1 foot ahead on top.
I didn't know there was another Chaos Orb.
It's red 2 generic sorcery. I'm just going to read the Oracle text. Flip Falling Star onto the battle playing area from a height of at least 1 foot. Pull out your measuring sticks, people. Falling Star deals 3 damage to each creature it lands on. Tap all creatures dealt damage by Falling Star. If Falling Star doesn't turn completely over at least once during the flip, it has no effect. It's a pretty crappy card. Like, it's just garbage. It's like a bad Chaos Orb, really.
It's banned everywhere.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those few cards that are just banned everywhere. Legacy, Vintage, Commander, Oathbreaker. They just, because dexterity cards are just weird. It's like it has to touch the card. Your card is gonna touch my card. It's banned just because of dexterity? Yeah, it's just banned because of dexterity. We don't have them dexterity cards these days anymore. And you guys don't seem to be high on dexterity cards either. No, just inching out the rest of this. Even though it is a garbage card. No one would play it anyway. Oh, don't be... There are people, oh Meek, that they will just play weird cards for the sake of playing weird cards, just to have fun. Oh my god! And a minute has passed! Oh no! Okay, we're gonna stop the count at no, I guess.
The original card says it must turn 360 degrees.
Yeah,
but it doesn't specify the axis.
What? Yeah,
it could
whatever.
just be on the x-axis.
Whatever. Okay, so it is not coming off the... That was a close one. It's not coming off the ban list, but that was close. Fast Bond. How fast? It's the green ramp card. For 1 green in enchantment, you may play any number of lands on each of your turns. And whenever you play a land, if it wasn't the first land you played this turn, Fast Bond deals 1 damage to you. So you can play as many lands as you want. Great in a lands deck. If you have any sort of deck that can like reveal lands from the top of your library and put them all into your hand, it just gets super broken super fast. And at the low cost of taking 1 damage, even in 1 versus 1, it's pretty broken. And in Commander, you have 40 life. That's even insanely broken. So in the right deck, I'm sure this is insane. But at the same time, it's just for a lands deck. Like, how powerful is our lands in Commander? Like, what are you gonna kill someone with Dark Depths or something? Is Field of the Dead even that big of a deal? I wouldn't think so. Crucible of the Worlds and the like. Oh, some like sort of sack something, bring it back synergy. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Horn of Green combo. It's possible. It dangerous, says Generic. So Redco says, I think it should be unbanned. Any blue player worth their salt would run Confounding Conundrum against a green player. But it's so awkward playing those types of like sideboard cards in Commander because there is no sideboards. I guess it's okay, I guess. Run Crucible Worlds. Yeah, it would be really, really powerful. CDH lands exist. Okay. Didn't know that. I do now. Dark Depths still has 10 counters. No, but the idea is you copy it with Thespian Stage or you cheat some Dark Depths. There are means of, you know, getting the what's it called? Not Dark Depths, can't remember, the creature onto the battlefield. What do we got here? Okay, stop the count. Apparently, no, we are not letting That's a close one again. Just inching out. What the hell is that? No 50% yes at 49%? That doesn't make any sense. That's not 100%. We should do a recount. Someone's just gonna say, it's rigged. The democracy is rigged. Whatever. Moving on, we've got, oh boy, Flash. This is a pretty garbage card. It's just banned because it has an insane combo with Protein Hulk. Blue 1 generic instant. Basically put Protein Hulk from your hand onto the battlefield. If you do, you're gonna sack it because you're not gonna pay 2. You're not gonna pay anything else, and then combo off for the win. Merit Lage, that's what I was thinking about. Like, is Merit Lage so dangerous in Commander? You guys have 40 life. You can take a whole hit from Merit Lage. It doesn't matter. And even if you kill 1 person, you still gotta deal with 2 others. And it gets answered by Swords to Plowshares. Flash Hulk was scary spaghetti. It's trash, but okay. Unban Flash, ban Protein Hulk. Yeah, that is a weird thing. Who plays Protein Hulk? Or is there another combo with Flash? I imagine no, but I don't know. Maybe there is another one. Vexing Hex Mage? Is there another Flash target? Doesn't have to be Protein Hulk, to be honest. Any strong ETB or on death effect would work. No, it has to be Protein Hulk was special because it tutored a combo kill onto the battlefield. Just having some undying creature is not that big of a deal. The whole deal with Protein Hulk is that it found a combo finish by itself. But anyway, wow! We're unbanning the Flash. That's wild. All right. I have a feeling everyone would regret that. I heard Flash was pretty good. I mean, I don't know how consistent it was, but I heard it was pretty good at the time. You have Flash, Hulk, and Thassa's Oracle in the same deck. Flash is still broken with the new Attrax. That's true. That's right. Put Attrax in play, draw like, I don't know, 7 cards probably. All right, gifts ungiven. Interesting card, especially since Intuition is still legal in the format. Blue 3 generics. Instant. Search your library for up to 4 cards with different names and reveal them. Target opponent. Choose 2 of those cards. Put the chosen cards into your graveyard, the rest into your hand, then shuffle. And I believe between this and Past in Flames, you just win the game. Yeah, I don't know what like the direct combo kill is, but Liquid Soulfly is like easiest unban ever. Cycrin is also unban gifts. Isn't that just like a 1-card win condition though? That's really hard to interact with, and it's instant speed. So you could end of turn. You can have in your hand the entire game, and then unleash at the right moment. Generics like blue card, keep banned. We don't need them blue cards to be coming off that ban list. It's a big brain card. Intuition combo only costs 6 mana. Yeah, and like with Intuition, like you can't exactly find several pieces at once and put like Past in Flames in the graveyard. You could like only, and you can only no. Oh, sorry. Intuition is like gifts ungiven. Yeah, I forgot. It's you don't have to look for 1 card. You can look for 1 of each. Yeah, that's true. Intuition is also a 1-card win con, and it's like cheaper, but it's more expensive.
His avatar is the Anaheim Penguins.
It's like painful choice from Yu-Gi-Oh! I say unban it. All right, you guys say unban. Unbanned it is. Gifts ungiven. Seems like a lot of you guys are in favor of unbanning a lot of cards off of the ban list. Golos! Oh, people are going to have something to say about this card. This is a card that was... Huh?
This is very new.
Not really.
2020. Yesterday.
No, 2019. Look, that was 4 years ago. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit fresher than like most cards for this 30-year-old game now that we've been playing. 30 years. Yeah. 1993. We're now in 2023. Stupidest ban ever. Keep Golos banned. Says King Jinder. Golos is the easiest unban, says Alex. Abzo says, free my boy. And there was, so the weird, okay, so it was a good card. Like, it's just a good value card. Enters the battlefield, search your library for a land, put onto the battlefield tapped. That's pretty strong. And you know how powerful lands are in this game. And then it has the, so you can play a 5-color deck with this. Green, red, black, blue, white, 2 generic. Exile top 3 cards of your library. You may play them this turn without paying their mana costs. But every single time you get rid of Golos, it comes into play and still ramps, still tutors, lands onto the battlefield. Whereas I believe other Wooburg artifact commanders do not, and that's what pushed it over the top. So it is fine to have a Wooburg artifact creature, but from what I hear, that the land that tutors every single turn is a little bit too much.
While you're putting in your votes, let's talk about our sponsor.
No, we're gonna do that after we got the votes. All right, we're unbanning Golos. I'm actually surprised. I thought there would be more. I thought it'd be more favorable for Golos's unban. Unban most things. Ban all fast mana, including Cradle. There's so much. You're gonna unban. And Cradle Grandfather Soul Ring. So you want to ban Soul Ring, or you're giving an exception to Soul Ring? I don't get it. All right, yes. So we're gonna look at unbanning or ban. We're gonna look at unbanning more cards off the ban list. We gotta thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. Can we even see them? Where are they? There we go. A little bit clear. March of the Machine, the Aftermath, the completely leaked set. If you want to pre-order that set, because if there might be some cool stuff you might be interested in over there, you can get at FusionGamingOnline.com, my one-stop shop to buy all my Magic the Gathering cards. Also, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. We're also gonna thank our other sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. To get that competitive edge in your next format, whether you're preparing for the next Pioneer, Modern, or Standard event, when you're renting on Magic Online, you get to play with the best deck of all the decks. And if it sucks tomorrow, you just rent the next best deck after that. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_FHD. All right. And what's next up on the... What do we got here? Okay, Golos. We're gonna have to make this a 2-part series, I just realized. Golos, oh god, Grizzlebrand.
Why would they ban Grizzlebrand?
Because it's broken! But let's see if the coffee crew thinks it's broken. That's the whole deal.
It's fine for Modern, it's fine for everywhere.
I mean, I guess. Okay, black, 4 generic, 7/7. It is like the payoff card of all decks trying to cheat creatures into play. It is Necropotence the creature. If you animated Necropotence, it would just directly turn into a Grizzlebrand. It would have 7. It would be a 7/7 flying lifelinker. Pay 7, draw 7 cards. Grizzlebrand should only be legal as a command. That is weird, Alex. Like, so this is one of those cards that people say is more powerful in the 99 than as a commander. That'd be so weird to have this like 3rd ban list banned in the 9. So people want to bring back banned as commander. And we could also have banned as 99. So you can only play it as your commander. Grizzlebrand would be the only card on that list. Not in a 40 life format. Oh yeah, that's a lot of cards. So how many cards can you get off of this thing? Hold on. Let's get the calculator up here. We're gonna get the calculator. So we have 40 life divided by 7. I think it's 6. Yeah, you get 5 activations. Sorry, me math bad. 5 clean activations. Attack with that Grizzlebrand just once. Get some nice you get 1 more.
Can we make a format where you get the fraction too?
Yeah, you can fraction the. I would like to pay 4 life to get, I don't know, 3 cards rounded down. EDH player is going ree. It's music to my ears. Bingo. Okay. Wow, you guys don't want to unban Grizzlebrand. You agree that this thing is broken. Broken card. Peanut Butter says Sarah's Ascendant should be banned. That's a wild idea. Okay, next up, we've got Hull Breacher. That's a tough one. This card is not inherently broken, but it's like broken with wheel cards, which are broken. Okay, blue 2 generic for a 3/2 flash merfolk. If an opponent would draw a card except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps, instead you create a treasure token. Do you know what this reminds me of now?
What? Chains
of Mephistopheles. We were just looking at that card today.
Oh, yeah.
My brother was like, "Why is this card so expensive?" As I'm looking through legacy, legacy deck lists, and I said because it's hard to read. And he's like, "No way!" And I click on the card, and he looks at it, and then he just starts laughing, because yeah, it's hard to read. This is a little bit cleaner. Chains of Mephistopheles. I hated Hull Breacher, but it was more of a nuisance than anything. Chicken a la king, whatever the hell that means. YouTube, you're not copying Twitch with this new layout. LOL. Hello, coffee crew. Notion Thief isn't banned, so I'd say it's allowed. Yeah, that is a weird thing. Notion Thief is allowed. Hull Breacher, for some reason, that's broken. Windfall is ridiculous with this, as is Time Twister, as is Wheel of Fortune. Windfall, however, being more affordable than the other ones. Kind of weird Hull Breacher is banned and Notion Thief isn't. I guess, like, the 4th mana is difficult. The fact that you have to add black is difficult, and it makes it more fair. Frozen also recommends Fusion Gaming. All right. Treasures in general shouldn't have been an evergreen mechanic. The color pie has never been weaker. That is true. Treasures being evergreen is just like, all right, let's load. Everyone has Lotus Petals now. Because that's all they are. They're just literally Lotus Petal, which is like a broken card. in Eternal formats. Imagine Lotus Pell in Modern. Simian Spirit Guide is banned for crying out loud. Okay, you guys want to unban the Hull Breacher? That's music to my ears because I want to see Hull Breacher. I want to play with Hull Breacher in my Merfolk deck. Next one, we've got, oh god, Iona. Okay, well, not specific apparently. Iona, Shield of Amiria. Are we going to ban Iona? Or is she going to stay banned?
There we go. Shield of Amir enters the battlefield, choose a color. Your opponent's gonna cast spells with the chosen color.
That's right. It's white, 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 6 generic for the 7/7 creature. Not easy to get in play. Only shuts down monocolored decks, assuming they don't have any artifacts to cast. Like, if your deck just hard loses to this card, you built your deck wrong. I am one of those players that plays monocolored decks. White needs some stuff going for them. Unban. I heard white is broken now. They like printed a bunch of broken cards for white. Unban, it's annoying with plenty of colorless removal. It's fine, and you need to run black to realistically cheat it in play. I'm biased against because I play a lot of monocolor decks, says Slack. Stay banned, says Vitron. That is an ugly way to shut down a mono deck. No, stay banned. This card is terrible, says Pens Fam. Still too much, though. Pedgeman, so you can tell, like, people are pretty heated about this card. I guess it's easier to use extra mana from Hull Breacher than extra cards from the Thief, since the wheel effect is already refilling your hand. Broken with Painter. You know what? I don't think Painter Servant is like... Okay, it is a combo, but there's other combos you can make with Painter Servant. Yeah. Iona, pair of pants? The hell? I don't get that. There are no pants on here. Well, whatever. I have one colorless deck and don't always have it with me. This card is not great at all, and it's very expensive. Monocolor decks have enough difficulties already. Do they? They printed, they literally, TJ Dragon, they literally printed a card for monocolor decks, and it's called, the Jeweled Lotus. They took all of White's feel-bad cards and gave them broken cards to shut them up. Well, I guess some people don't own all the broken cards. All right. You guys say no, though. All right, Iona, you stay banned. You're just a no-fun Nancy. Oh, this is a card. That's a card, all right. Caracas, the land that bounces the legendaries back to hand. Very specifically, Commanders.
Very specifically, Uro.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's right. Yeah, I was playing against an Uro deck last night and bounced Uro over and over and over and over again. So that's gonna happen to people's commanders. You try to play your commander, it's gone. But not everyone can play this, right? Like, only white players are allowed to play this. So basically, white's broken. If I understand that correctly, right? Because this is part of the white color pie. So I have to be playing white in order to use this. Way too many shenanigans with this. It's too dangerous to stay alive. I sold mine, so nope. No, that's how people think. They think with their wallets. I bought this card. Don't ban it. I sold this card. Don't unban it. Or don't reprint it or whatever. A frenemy with the guild pack. It's okay. Fun to bounce your own commander, too. Is it? You don't want to pay that tax over and over again. Caracas, so crazy white guy says Caracas is banned and Drannith Magistrate isn't. That's correct. Oh, that's true. Drannith Magistrate is the card that says you can't play stuff from outside the game. Speaking of white, Smothering Tides was a mistake and should be banned. We'll have a show for that later, some other time. To anyone thinks that isn't crazy in EDH, explain Caracas. Oh yeah, to anyone who thinks white isn't crazy in EDH. Well, Caracas is banned. You only pay the tax when casting from the command zone. That's correct. Just destroy it. All right, you guys say no. Don't unban this thing. All right, you stay banned, Caracas. Stay banned. Stay salty. Leovold. Is this card really that good? I thought, you know what? This thing has such a reputation that I thought it was banned in Legacy, and I was surprised when someone played it against me. But then I realized, I guess it was just banned it was only banned in Commander. Leovold is blue, green, black for a 3/3 elf advisor. Each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn. So annoying! Again, you know, broken with Time Twister and so on, and Windfall. Whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. I guess it's Hull Breacher on crack, right? It's just basically super Hull Breacher. Like, it doesn't have flash, but, like, you can perpetually play it from the command zone. Yeah, it's dirty with wheels. It's like, it's basically a more broken version of Hull Breacher. We're going in alphabetical order, Mr. Wapsis. So we'll get to it eventually. Narset isn't banned. Narset is a planeswalker, though. Hard to play that one as your commander. And also sorcery speed, so everyone's going to see it in action. It's guaranteed Hull Breacher. That's right. Understandable ban, says Raku and Vale. But enough time has passed, and the meta has changed so much. That's interesting. Has the meta changed so much? I feel like Hull Breacher got banned yesterday. If anything, a metric people use for banning, then why aren't 3 out of 4 of MTG cards banned in EDH? Because it's, you know, honestly, the ban list is not that much different from, I would say, the modern or pop or legacy ban list. Cards don't really get banned in the competitive formats unless people make a big deal out of it. Like, cards are really socially banned more than anything. Like, I don't know, Ragavan and Ren and 6 and Urza Saga are outsanely powerful, but you know what? They're not, they're annoying, but people aren't really calling for their heads to get banned, so they don't get banned. All right, you guys say should not be banned. It's close, though. It's close. But basically, no, you're not going to get unbanned, Leovold. You have that Hull Breacher reputation on your shoulders. Library of Alexandria. I would love to see this. I want to play with this card. Like, what? You only draw an extra card every turn if you don't play anything, basically. You can play like a land per turn, and you have to keep 7 cards in your hand at all time. I would love to see this card get unbanned. Add a colorless to your mana pool. Draw a card. Activate this ability only if you have exactly 7 cards in hand. Everyone gets card draw. It's like the soul ring of card draw. If you want to play too many cards, you don't get to draw so many cards anymore. Most decks rely on card draw / cantrips to combo off. What do you mean most decks? I think, honestly, Markzilla, most decks don't do anything. They're just like, play big, chunky creature, make token, pass turn. Just the CEDH players playing broken stuff. That's how they win. Ban for being too expensive. Come on. Then they would ban Time Twister. There's so many super expensive cards on... there's so many super expensive cards that are legal. So busted early. How is it busted early? You don't do anything. You have to do nothing in order to draw that card. If you do things, then you don't get to draw the card anymore. So you're literally just passing the turn and exchanging for card draw. Echo says it's fine, but yeah, it does cost a ton of money, but is decent for any deck that's about untapping cards could be broken. M. Petri says Library is such a benign card and requires you to make a play style concession, which is fair. Michael Prey says money! Ban yes, LOL. I like the sort of smooth brain, what's it called?
Reasoning.
Yeah, the reasoning, the logic behind that. Easy ban, come on. It sucks! Unban and reprint it. Oh, it's on the reserve list. You know what they should do is they should make... I know they tried to make a library version of this, but it sort of sucked. They should make more versions of library to get it playable. Tolarian Academy would love to play, but Guy's Cradle is okay, so dumb. Exactly. Guys, and like if the card should be banned because it's expensive, you know, Guy's Cradle would have been banned a long time ago. I'm glad you guys agree. Run banning library in the Coffee Crew ban list. I love it. All right. Limited resources. This card is so popular. Our podcast named after this. Limited resources. A single white for an enchantment. When it comes into play, each player chooses 5 lands he or she controls and sacks the rest. As long as there are 10 or more lands in play, players cannot play lands. This puts a huge squeeze on everybody because in a 4-player game, like, okay, what, at most someone can have basically, or I don't know, at most, basically people are going to be playing with a range of 2 to 3 lands. Because, like, if 2 lands per player is 8, and then 2 people can have 3. So if you get this out early, they're screwed. Or if you can get this out early and ramp a bunch of lands, then your opponents are screwed. It's possible to just lock them out of lands. Like, get 6 lands and play limited resources. This is backbreaking. This is the feels bad hard card. I'd love to like to give a grace period just to see what happens. Well, you won't get to play your cards anymore. That's exactly what's going to happen. I love countries says 110% ban. Now, mind you, I would be curious to know what this does at a CEDH level, because they play with like Mana Vault, Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, Jeweled Lotus. They play with all the broken mana artifacts. I've watched the games. They don't have many lands in play. They got like 1 to 2. So limited resources doesn't even look that broken in like at a competitive environment, but in a casual environment, this is probably just too backbreaking to it's too dangerous to stay alive. Doesn't stop rampant growth. As long as yeah, you can't play yeah, so you can still tutor lands. It's actually a really, really good point, Pens fam. You can't play lands anymore, but you can still tutor them into play. You can still play, well, you can't, I was about to say, still play that Primeval Titan, which actually you can't in this format. Yeah, 5 per player would be perfect. Loopy Lobster. Have no idea what that means. All right, you guys say no, though. All right, it's still banned for all you casual players out there.
Look it up in the Magic cards, Loopy Lobster.
It doesn't exist.
We don't know.
Lutri. How do people feel about Lutri? That's a weird card. Because it's supposed to be like a... I thought you aren't even supposed to I thought you're not even allowed to have... Oh, no, you can have companions so long as you can meet the criteria. But I thought you're not allowed to have a sideboard. Hold on, is it from a special zone? Each non-land card in your starting deck has a different name. If this card is your chosen companion, you may choose it. It can be cast at once from outside the game. I don't remember what zone the companions are from. But anyway, they said like every blue and red deck would play this. Or sorry, every Izzet deck would play this because you have to. I mean, it was just free. It was like an auto-include in every deck. As if Soul Ring isn't an auto-include in every deck that is of every color. Is there a single commander deck that doesn't want to play Soul Ring? Oh, maybe a Collector Roof, Null Rod, Karn Lattice deck. I don't know. It's busted for some combos. Unbanned because Shocker Otter. It's a one of. Lutri would be amazing in my Rashmi and Ragavan deck. Banned from being companion. I don't think these or wishes work. Companion are the reason Commander now has... Oh, does Commander now have a sideboard? That was always weird to me that you aren't allowed to have a sideboard, but at the same time, if you're playing with wishes, then you're playing with like a plus 99 card deck. Soraka says, unban it! Give it to them. Honestly, I don't like the reasoning that you ban it because it's an auto-include. There's so many auto-includes already in Commander, so who cares? Free companion. Yeah, well, feel the wrath that like modern players felt for years. And Legacy.
We need more otters.
No, it's in it. Okay, so Slack says no, it's in its own zone. All right, thank you for letting me know. It's in the companion zone. But in modern, it like takes up a sideboard card.
We need more otters.
So Ginger says it's busted because it's an automatic 101st card in Izzet decks. Sounds marginal. Companion zone is its own zone. To be fair, Soul Ring is an auto-include for 99% of decks, if not 100%. Rounded, yeah, I don't know, 1% rounding error. You have to pay 3 now, just move it to your hand, then you cast it from your hand, not even close to broken. Okay, TN Tim, 100% free, doesn't even take a slot. Companions suck, says M. Petri, saying what a lot of people are thinking. I'll have a dual caster combos from the command zone. Otters are usually one of the best zoo exhibits, and it's good they can live in a terrarium better than, say, bears. Oh, you guys want to unban it? All right. Lutri is unbanned. It didn't even get a chance. Like, it didn't even get a fair shake. Okay, I don't think this needs to go through one at a time. So let's just say the Moxen. Mox.
What's the worst one?
The Sapphire, because blue is the most broken. Okay, the Moxen. Should the Moxen be unbanned?
Yes.
I actually don't think they're that crazy.
Modern.
Like, you already have so many Mox already in this format. And of course, you still have to play the Moxen within your color identity. I guess the Wooburg would... I'm assuming... Hold on. Am I wrong? Or I think you have to play the Moxen within your color identity. But I could be wrong. Maybe that only applies to lands. Soraka, thank you so much for your super chat. I'm buying Iona. I want her in my Kalia deck. We just need to ban as commander Iona. That's all. Super broken. Mana Crypt is already a Mox. I know! You know what? Like, we already have Moxen. As far as I'm concerned, Soul Ring's a Mox. We already have, like, Jeweled Lotus. We have Mox Diamond, Chrome Mox. We've got, Mana Crypt, Mana Vault. There's so much artifact. Like, this seems like nothing to me when I see these Commander games play out. I say unban them all or ban them all. My second no today. So even Jesse, who's like, let us all run free. It's gonna put the brakes on for Mox Sapphire and the likes. Remember, there's Mox Sapphire, Mox Emerald, Mox Jet, Mox Emerald, Mox Pearl. I can name them all. Can you name all your Moxen? 5 color commanders would love the Moxen. Too many Moxen already. Ban Soul Ring or unban this. So we can have the Moxen if we ban Soul Ring?
Yeah.
People would be so pissed at that. I can't afford a Mox Sapphire.
How much it cost?
What is a Mox Sapphire? What, like $1,500? Maybe more? I can't see. Can't see the prices. A Soul Ring costs $5. Mox costs 5,000. Ban it. All right. Maybe I'm wrong. You forgot Ruby? Or did I name one twice? Oh, it's so close. All right, it's banned. The Moxen stay banned. Can't have them Moxen around. All right, next up, Panoptic Mirror. Okay. The hell? Oh, is this the card that made extra time walks or something? I think this is the what's it called? This is the what's that artifact called that copies instants? I can't remember. But basically it copies time walks. 5 mana artifact imprint for X tap. You may remove an instant or sorcery card with convert mana cost X in your hand from the game. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may copy an imprinted instant or sorcery card and play the copy without paying its mana cost. So infinite turns. Easy infinite turn card. Magic 30 make more. So, oh yeah, I was thinking of Isochron Scepter. This is the Isochron Scepter of Time Warp and stuff like that. Unban, it's fine. Everyone has a single turn cycle to deal with it before the loop happens and costs at least 10 mana to get extra turns. I agree on that part. Infinite turns card. It danger. Now it is still a 2-card combo that threatens to basically end the game, assuming they have a win condition. Imagine playing against someone who played this and they're like, okay, I actually can't win the game. I'm just mill myself out. GG, guys. I shattered one once. I'm on the tail end of 7 years bad luck. Oh yeah, the mirror. You shattered the mirror. Just don't use it for turns. Yeah, that's the Panoptic Mirror is not the problem. It's the extra turn cards that are a problem. It danger. It sucks. Dangerous, but okay. All right, what do you guys think? Well, you guys think, yeah, we should unban this card. All right, Panoptic Mirror is unbanned. Next up, Paradox Engine. I heard this card was banned because people just take too long to play with this thing. This is not actually, I mean, it's a good card. It's a good card, but really people are just hogging turns with this card. 5 mana legendary artifact. When you cast a spell, untap all non-land perms you control. So it's like, tap all my stuff, cast something, untap all my stuff. Like, it gets, it's a bit draining to watch. Basically becomes the Paradox Engine show. Watch people tap and untap. It's like tap dancing. Rot Boys, the stupidest card they ever printed.
Legal and modern.
And Abzo says unban it. Yeah, that's why we're unbanning it, says Abzo. Paradox Engine goes infinite with a ham sandwich. At the end of your first turn, I cast a Fairy's Protection. Ah, yes. I'm going to have a life until your turn ends. This is the moment where you get up and go to Subway to go get a sandwich. You know, you can even eat it there. You'll come back and hopefully the Paradox Engine turn is already done. Mana Rocks make this infinite. If only Nikachu was a top employee at Wizards of the Coast. Actually, employees don't matter. You have to be on what is that, Commander Rules Committee? Actually, I don't know how the political structure of the Commander thing works. There's a Commander Rules Committee, but there's also another faction, the Commander Advisory Group, and then I don't get it. But out of all of it, you know, cards get banned through them, not Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast is free to make all the broken cards they want. They just let the Rules Committee figure it out.
Does Ian Duke have any say in it?
No, actually. Ian Duke rules the Modern and Legacy ban list. And maybe Standard, but he doesn't seem to put his name on any of those ban list articles. Solitaire players love this. Insert MTG Remy, wake me up before you combo. Exactly. All right, no, we're not unbanning this. Everyone is in agreement. This is a stupid card. And we don't need to give more fuel to the combo players that are annoying enough. If you combo off, just combo off. I have to admit, that a card similar to this, for me, is Jeskai Ascendancy. And I hated that card for a similar reason, where you untap all your stuff over and over again every single time you play something. Stupid card. Oh! Look what we have here. One of the most famous bans of Commander, period. It's Primeval Titan. This is a weird card. It's not that dangerous by itself, but it's sort of like Golos. It's just like a better Golos in that it searches your library, it tutors for lands, but it's not only when it enters the battlefield, it's also when it attacks. And a lot of people, in a lot of play groups, it like sort of monopolized the strategy of whoever can control the Primeval Titan wins. It's like the whole game revolves around who's owning prime time. Okay, I'll steal your prime time. No, I'll steal the prime time. I'll kill and reanimate the prime time. If it was a basic land, then it probably wouldn't be. Huh? Primeval Titan is safe in Modern. Yeah, it's safe in Modern. So it's safe in Commander. Green BS. Keep it banned, says Gustav. Should have been limited to forests or basics. Well, then it would probably the card wouldn't see. Maybe it would see play. Yeah, maybe it would. Nah, I don't know. You're already at 6 mana. You want more mana? Probably it does make it fair though if it's only forests or only forest cards. I don't know, go get a bunch of Dryad Arbors or something. It costs 1 mana to remove, and it's a bit too slow in the current EDH format. Hold on. Burning Paper Sun. I used to play this, but I didn't know it was banned. I didn't play it with the combo. That's hilarious. That reminds me of one of my friends who was playing with Iona in their like blue-white control deck. I was like looking through their, they were sharing their hand with me. It's like I have some great plays coming up, and I'm like, that card's banned. Iona's banned. Yeah,
Is
hilarious.
this like a big tournament?
No, there's no.
Just a home game.
Yeah, just home. This is home game. The format. Commander. Still strong with all the fast mana, says Emil. Nah, it should come untapped. Oh god, that's wild. Okay, you guys want to unban Primeval Titan? Okay, Primeval Titan, be free. Be free. Okay, next one. This is a funny one. The Prophet of Crewfix.
What about the core of Crewfix?
I don't know what the core of Crewfix is. Prophet of Crewfix is a flash creature. Blue-green, 3 generic. For a 2/3 human wizard. The deal is you get to untap all creatures and lands you control during each other player's untap step. So effectively, it's like you get an extra turn every turn. You just don't get the attack step or the card draw. And you can cast creature cards as though they had flash. So if you have a means of drawing an extra card every turn, it's like you get an extra turn every other person's turn. So you untap your creatures, you can play spells at the end of their turn, and then untap all your lands again. Because you get to untap the lands, so you effectively get more turns than normal. But isn't there like another card like this and it's mono green? I can't remember. It's just a slightly better Seedborn Muse. I think the idea is that it's blue, so if you're playing blue, then that's good. Yeah, so Seedborn Muse was... Seedborn... Did it not have flash? Untap all permanents you control during each other player's untap step. Oh no, so this is a significantly better one. Because lands you control, you may cast creatures as though they had flash. That's big. That's way different from Seedborn Muse. I mean, you have to do things the old-fashioned way. Okay, you guys think we should unban it? All right, it's unbanned. So we can't get through it. We still have more cards to unban, but we can't get through it all today. So that's going to be the end of the show. All right, thank you for being here, being a part of it. And if you want to be here for the next one, you got to be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. And we'll also look at banning. We'll vote on cards people think should be banned. You can all super chat for those. Thank you very much, by the way, for everyone supporting the channel with your super chats to be part of the show, and also everyone who's a member on YouTube and a patron on Patreon. If you want to support the channel, links to that in the description. But of course, everyone here needs a big shout out. People like King Ginger, Kankusha, Markzilla, Rodboy, Abzo, Toad Summer, Geyer, Tommy Siddons, we got Silvercations, Pedgeman, Rakuin, Burning Paper Sun, because as usual, without you guys, I'd have no show. Who'd be voting? What, just me? The vote of one? No, it's gotta be the vote of all of you. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing them coffees, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you